Alright, y'all, thank you for tuning in. This is just gonna be pretty much like a story time, and it just talks about, hold on, I gotta make sure I drink my shake. If y'all following or if you subscribe to my channel, you know that I'm on a weight gain journey. So I just did my workout maybe like an hour or so ago, showered, and now I'm drinking my post-workout shake. So it got cookies in it. But I am no longer a single mom. Let me first say that. But I have had I'm always out of breath. I know I ain't got no COVID. I'm just out of breath. Alright, so like I was saying, I have had my taste on what it is how it feels to be a single mom. And it is it's very stressful. So of course, Jason's biological father, of course we did not work out. And that left me a single mom. And that relationship ended pretty bad, and it was kind of like, if I can't have both, I don't want no parts, which made it hard on me because everything fell on me. And then the fact that Jace is special needs, so he has CP, he's nonverbal and things like that. It required a lot of doctor's appointments. It required a lot of different equipment, therapy sessions, speech, occupational, physical, surgeries, all type of things. And a lot of times that fell on me. So I was the one who had to go to work for a few hours and figure out who was going to watch him and pick him up, take him to therapy or an appointment, and just do it all over again. So, and I will say it was draining. Of course, I wouldn't change anything about it, but it was draining, mentally and physically. And a lot of times it did get to me mentally, but how I dealt with it was I listened to music, because that's pretty much my way of escaping my problems. And I just got in a routine. Like when we got home, I'm fixing dinner, bathing him, music is playing. The TV is not on. If it is on, it's for him, not me. And I'm vibing. That's how I pretty much blocked out all of that. And let me say, nobody dreams of being a single mom or single dad, because you have single dads out there too who have, deadbeat baby moms. Nobody dreams of that. But life happens, and that's okay. It's just pretty much how you choose to deal with it. Are you going to sit there and complain and mope about it, or are you just going to do what you got to do? And that's what I chose to do. And no, I didn't put him on child support, anything like that. And I probably should have, but it wouldn't have done any good because he wasn't doing much for himself. And also, with everything that was on my plate, I really just didn't have time to give to that situation. I didn't have the energy to put in that, and having to go down there to the office and do all of that. It's just like, whatever, you do what you can, or do, whenever you do what you do. And that's just that. And that's how I chose to deal with it. Some women don't agree with it. Some women rather, do all that. But y'all don't understand how much I had on my plate. Then I was already fighting for his Social Security, which was such a hassle because they denied him twice. Had to get a lawyer. Finally won the case with the lawyer. And it was a lot. But I feel like it was more so a release. And maybe that's why I really didn't complain, because like the relationship was so toxic itself. Like, it was a relief to be done with it. And what made me realize it is way back then, it was a bad argument. I have no idea what it was about. But it was a bad argument, and you know, of course, I'm trying to, you know, I didn't let it go. I'm in the bed trying to go to sleep, and you know, taking the cover off me because he wanted to fucking argue. All right, but I called my dad, and he ended up getting me a hotel. Of course, he lived in Oklahoma. I lived in Georgia. He ended up getting me a hotel, and me and Jay stayed in the hotel, and I got the best rest in my life at that time. And that's what made me realize that this has to come to an end, you know? This is not for us. And of course, when you try to do good, bad happens. It goes like that. So my car broke down, so then I was stuck a little bit longer. I had to get rides back from the country, which was like about a 30-40 minute ride to my job, to his therapy and all that. So that made things even harder. My dad did help me get another car, so then I was able to do that because my motor had went out of my car. Something else happened. Oh, I know. With the schedule that I was working, I wouldn't have had the money to pay rent or the deposit for the apartment. So what I pretty much did, shit, I was just like, I just took a leap of faith. I'm still applying to apartments. I'm borrowing money to apply for apartments, not knowing I'm not gonna have the money. I mean, knowing I'm not gonna have the money for the actual rent and stuff like that. But God stepped in, and what happened was, I got that call from the lawyer that his SSI got approved, and because I had applied so far back down the line, they owed us back pay. So boom, things gonna get on the road now. Then I don't know if it was that same day or the next day, I'm at work. The apartment called saying I got approved from that. Do you know I left work? I sure did. I'm gonna go ahead and sign all paperwork, and I got the money for the deposit. Everything worked out. I got a vehicle now. I have an apartment now for me and my baby, a 2-bedroom apartment at that, not a 1-bedroom. Because that could have been, you know, and if that was the case, I still would have took it. Would have made it work. Short ride, but yeah, so made that work. And I'm not gonna lie, we was struggling now because you know, sometimes I had to choose between gas and food, and, you know, or I might call my sister. They probably didn't know these things. Like if I call my sister and say, you know, what y'all cook today, you know, and I pull up, she probably know that, you know, we needed something to eat for that night or something like that, but she still came through. Or my grandma on my mom's side or something like that. Or I may just go to like Cookout and get, you know, their food pretty cheap, you know. But I made it work because, I mean, at the end of the day, rent paid, lights paid, internet paid, needed internet because, you know, I have a child and I have to keep him entertained. So everything was working out. So it's like, yes, being a single mom is hard, but once you're faced with so many obstacles and you overcome them on your own, you feel so good. You feel powerful. And I felt powerful. I'm just like, I'm a bad motherfucker, you know? Like, everything that's supposed to be stopping me is not stopping me. And you have to have that mindset. You have to try to look at the brighter side of things and know that things are not always going to be like that. You have to be optimistic. Hope I said that right. Optimistic. That's what I meant to say. But yeah. That was probably the hardest part of my life. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say it was one of the hardest parts. But I really just became a healthier me, a better me. No matter how much money I had in my pockets, yes, I couldn't afford to get my hair done and keep it up. But thankfully, I also had a sister who do hair, same one, who do hair, who looked out for me. So I couldn't afford to, you know, get all these fancy clothes and shoes and keep my nails and toes done. You know, I wasn't able to do that, but I really didn't care. I did what I could to try to keep myself up, and I made shit happen. And I was taking care of my child. That's all that matters. And I want a lot of single mothers out there to know that Things are going to get hard. Do not stay in no retoxic. I said retoxic. What the fuck, man? Do not stay in no toxic relationships trying to force it for the child or because you're scared that you're going to struggle. Because truth be told, I was scared like that too, because honestly, to this day, I am afraid to fail or fall on my face. Well, not anymore because I have a partner. But without him, I would fall on my face. I don't have the kind of support system that most people have, because, and it's not, I don't blame anybody for it, because, you know, my parents have their own situations too, and a lot of times they just do what they can. So, and sometimes I end up having to help, you know what I'm saying? So I just wouldn't have nobody to fall on. So if I can't pay my rent and my rent $700, shit, I ain't got nobody to call. I'm gonna have to come up with that $700. So I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, don't stay in a toxic relationship. It all falls under manifesting. Write down what you want. Write down what it takes to make it happen. Have your mindset and know that anything that you put your mind to, you can do. So if you know you're in a toxic relationship, abusive relationship, whether it's verbally or physically or anything, y'all just grew apart. That happens too. Don't be afraid to leave. If you have to find you some apartments, look for apartments. See what the credit score is that you would need. See what the deposit is that you would need. See if there's any kind of assistance out there that can help you. And just for the next 3 months, go hard. Make it happen. Because at the end of the day, as children get older, they pick up on things. Kids are very, very smart. They pick up on your energy. They pick up on what's going on around them. And you should know that you and your child deserve better. And that's just really what it boils down to. So don't do that. Don't stay in no toxic relationship. Get the hell on, okay? Because now you blocking your blessings. You can't be blessed if you won't let go of situations or people that you need to let go of. Because technically, you just making it known that you're not ready for what's ahead for you. You feel me? It's good. But yeah, and things just started working out for me. But I think that's all. I don't really think I have much else to say. I do. Once you get to that step, be careful of who you let into your life and into your child's life. Once you move past or get out of a toxic relationship, bad relationship, or just an old relationship period with that person, now you're in the process of healing yourself and becoming more in tune with yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to just let anybody back in, and then they bring you back down, and now you got to start all over again, and now you're putting all that work for no reason. You feel me? So don't do that. Be picky with who you allow into your life. Be picky with who you allow into your child's life. Be picky who you open up to. Be picky. It's okay to be picky. People might talk trash about it, you know, call you a, what they say, a Judge Judy ass bitch or something like that. That's cool. I know I used to be called that, but I don't care, because you're not gonna waste my time. Period. It's just like I got to the point where I look back and I'm like, you know, I done wasted all these years with this motherfucker. And then it's like, when you sit back, it's like the things that you fed up with was the things that it was doing way back then. And for some reason, you just blinded and you overlooked it. So pay attention to the signs. Or you're going to allow somebody new with those same things that you don't like, red flags, into your life again. Pay attention. Let these dudes put in the work. Let them prove that they want to be in your life. Let them understand that, hey, this is a package, you know. I got a child or kids, XYZ. And it's also good, matter of fact, I'm going to say that for another video, because this video be 25 minutes. So I'm going to write that down. But just be picky with who you allow to enter once you reach that point where you're healing yourself. And I do recommend, once you get out of a relationship like that, spend, hell, a year or more by yourself to get to know yourself, to heal yourself, just to figure yourself out. Don't just jump from relationship to relationship to relationship, because now you're carrying baggage to this situation, baggage to this situation, and you're not really healing yourself. You're pretty much just coding over, you know, if that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? And that's not the case for everybody. Everybody is different, but it's still recommended, because, you know, you want to enjoy life, spend time with yourself, and be free, especially being tied down so long. For some people don't really mind that. So like I said, you know, the shoe fits, cool. If it don't, cool. But that is all that I wanted to discuss today. In a sense, I'm gonna make another video, not today, and it's going to talk about the things that I feel like is important to be discussed when dating and before, you know, taking it to that level, that serious level. But again, thank you all. Thank you all for watching, and make sure you hit the subscribe button, comment, and like, share the video, and I will catch y'all later.